Good evening, friends. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we will do the second part of the August 2020 current affairs and SMT quick update. Before I start, I want to thank all of you for the continuous support what you have been giving me. I do understand that there is a lot I need to improve as far as the presentation of the video is concerned, and probably my dictation or my the way of speaking needs improvement. I do understand that is my Waterloo area as of now. Please bear with me. The idea was to convey few points, and I promise that I will try to improve myself as the time progresses. But as of now, the idea being to give you more and more information. Okay, now let's start with the update of the August. India, Japan, and Australia is likely to sign a supply chain resilience initiative. It is called as SCRI. This has to be remembered. This word SCRI has to be remembered. This is basically to what you call reduce the dependence on China, and wherein these three members are forming a quadrilateral security dialogue or Quad along with the USA. This is basically to reduce the dependence on China. The When we talk of the reducing dependence on China, surprisingly, if you notice that India's export to China has jumped about 31% in April to July. This quarter, the jump has been exponential, and basically this jump was accounted for by the steel industry. Uh, Under the pressure of Financial Action Task Force (FATF), which is now scheduled to happen very soon, and the verdict on Pakistan is likely to come out soon, the Pakistan is now under tremendous pressure to keep itself abreast at the grey list of FATF and not onto the blacklist. So I'll request the readers to the listeners or the officers to be aware as to what is it in the grey list and what is in the blacklist if a country gets blacklisted by an FATF. So in this line, Pakistan has admitted that Dawood stays in his in Pakistan, and it gave a lot of data about him on its official website. But knowing Pakistan, it again immediately denounced that no, it was a mistake and he doesn't stay. So that flip flop can be agreed to, but one has to be aware of what is FATF. As far as the point of SMT, the fastest internet speed of 178 terabytes per second (TBPS) has been achieved. This has been achieved in London. That is, University College of London has achieved this, and this speeds are possible using the range of colors of the light or the wavelengths. It is basically this kind of speeds are achieved in the optical fiber, wherein the data transmission is through use of color of the light. So this technology needs to be kept in the back of mind. uh, Not in a surprising move, but China has given five Type 054 class frigates. These are those stealth frigates which he has given to Pakistan under a major arms deal. Whether Pakistan pays for it is not known, but however, this move can be seen that in case there is a confrontation with Pakistan and India, China and India, China probably will want these frigates to be used against our western maritime borders to maybe divert our attention or to divide our forces or something. So this thing needs to be kept in mind as to how China is trying to strangulate India. Into the COVID situation, the latest development is we have been helping all nations as far as medicines are concerned. The world knows India as the pharmacy of the world, but we are also at the same time helping out many countries. And this time it is Lebanon, and we had given about 70 boxes of PPE kits to Lebanon. And also, a point is that now India becomes the second largest exporter of the PPE kits in the world within a span of about 3 months. The AFSPA, this is the Armed Forces Special Powers Act of 1958, has been extended for 6 months in Assam and from August onwards. The India's AstroSat, this is a satellite which we have launched. The India's Astrosat has detected extreme ultraviolet light from galaxies which are 9.3 billion light years ahead. It's far, far away. So, in case there's a word called as Astrosat, or if a question comes on the Indian Space Research Organization ISRO, or the any of their things, this might be of some help. The MIT has developed a RF dairy system. Now, what is RF dairy system? Is like you can read the RF signals inside a room without basically filming it. For example, if you see the picture on top here, this is the way the RFID is looking like. You can see some dots and other things. This is a floor map where you can see the room. This is actually a person in the kitchen, or he's doing something. So when the RF dairy is used, it reads this data to give you basically this, saying that a person has entered the kitchen, he has taken off the clothes, he sits on the table and starts playing a laptop. So this is what can be seen without peeping into it. Less the video. And why less the video? Basically they say that it is to prevent a person's privacy, preserving the privacy. However, how can this technology be used in armed forces? That you can check, probably in counterinsurgency, CICT ops and such forth. Okay. Now, US has blacklisted about 24 Chinese firms over work in South China Sea. This is, as I am speaking, this topic is becoming a little more sensitive now. The dominance of South China Sea by Chinese and the US is on the rise. US is doing all possible things to keep China under control. It is helping Taiwan, it is helping the other Philippines countries, but this has to be kept in the back of mind, that how US is trying to put a force on that thing. Okay, as per the Sri Lankan new foreign secretary, the Admiral Jayanta Colombe, he said that he will always have India first approach as far as the external affairs are concerned. This was basically in reference to the Chinese investment which was done in the port at Sri Lanka, and then later on it took it off from that. So this is one of the steps which is a diplomatic win for India, wherein we can now in our aim to strangulate China, we can, or a measure answer pardon me for that, answer for what Chinese wants, a pearl of strings. India is now going for something called as a diamond necklace, or a necklace of diamonds. This term should be remembered. The US spy planes have been flying near the PLA in the South China Sea, and as I was discussing earlier, the US is constantly maintaining a pressure on China so that it doesn't take any unilateral step with Taiwan. Very again important topic, the Atmanirbhar topic and Made in India topic, wherein in the defense sector, India is now giving 600 Tata military trucks to Royal Taiwanese Army, and this is one of the first steps what India is doing. And also very likely we will be also exporting our helicopter which was made in India, the LCH also, which is in pipeline. Subsequently this might figure out in a news someday. In a effort to reduce the dependence on China, the state-run refineries like Hindustan Petroleum, Bharat Petroleum have stopped buying crude oil from China-linked companies. Initially, they stopped in last month. We discussed that they stopped using the Chinese ships and containers. Now they have gone one step ahead and they stopped taking it from any companies which have some links with China. So probably if you see, all this is helping out our own industry, our own people, and it will help in our own growth. The government has approved 78 new routes under the Udan scheme, focusing on the northeast. Northeast and Andaman Nicobars have been on the radar ever since 3 months. Probably basically to counter the China one and to upgrade the northeast sector, which is generally cut off from the country. Last to last, we discussed how the railways is planning to provide the rail connectivity with all the states of northeast, and also how new cables, optical cables, have been laid from Chennai to Port Blair for the 4G connectivity, wherein the Airtel becomes the first private company to start 4G at Andaman and Nicobar Islands. In that direction, the 78 new routes have been identified in the Udan scheme. Udan is basically Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik. That is the full form for the Udan. Okay, in 6 years, the PM's vision to have a bank account, which was known as Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, has been a good success. About 40.35 crore people. It's a huge figure, ladies and gentlemen. Those many accounts have been opened under Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, wherein all the financial help to any person is directly going into their account, and thus eliminating the middlemen who were taking advantage of the loopholes. So this is a very good thing, and it has been implemented from last 6 years, and it's a great success as far as it is concerned. Another SMT topic which I think will be of importance is this. Last time we discussed about one Neuralink chip, if you remember, by which was developed by Musk. That Neuralink chip was basically, in that time when the news came out, it was told that it is basically for the music which can be directly transmitted from the computer to the human brain. But now they have gone one step ahead. They have implemented this a coin size chip into a pig, and now it is said that this chip is likely to control and cure some neurological conditions and some kind of a spinal cord injuries, wherein your nerve systems gets damaged. And this has been implemented well, and they have carried out some test wherein the pig responds to some computer signals. So if this is the thing, and as Musk has put it, he says that this chip can be embedded into into the human skin, and even you will not even come to know, and probably then there might be a chance of curing many neurological diseases, or probably communicating with somebody without any equipment. So this can be an important topic. We will wait for further updates on this topic. Like we had discussed, the Street Hawk, which was a flying cars company which was supposed to open India along with the collaboration of Tata's with Israelis. Japanese firm has already tested this flying car, and also one person sitting on board on that aircraft, and this was they made a vertical takeoff and landing of this model, and it was flying. The test flying was carried out, and it was successful. So as of now, the test flying was about 5 to 10 minutes. To encourage the sports people, the government has announced a hike for National Sports Award. Basically, this money for the Khel Ratna has been increased from 25 lakhs, which was initially 7.5 lakhs, and 15 lakhs for Arjuna Awards, which was 5 lakhs, and then Dhyan Chand Award, which was 5 lakhs, is now 10 lakhs. A topic which we had earlier discussed, China is now buying a record amount of steel from India in the quarter April to July, and that is why we said that despite everything, all our exports going down, the export to China is increasing. So that's a good sign for us, irrespective of the situation. Government is trying to support, help, incubate many startups in India, and lot of schemes are being announced by the government of India. And last time we discussed who was the winner of these schemes, and this time a special scheme called as Chunauti has been launched, which is basically a competition to boost the startup of the software products, especially in the Indian two-tier towns. So if you all see all this, there is a kind of it might be all towards the Atmanirbhar Bharat in all sorts of fields. and in either in education, agriculture, or medical healthcare. It is trying to identify such programs. Okay, again, another update. Now, if you see that Neuralink chip which we were talking of, now here you can see that size of the Neuralink chip which is there in the right hand side photograph. It is, let's hope that it's what test he is doing can be successful. With this, he says that now it can store your memories. Gentlemen, if this is true, if this can happen, just imagine the possibilities that if it can store your memories as a backup in your own body, it will be a great innovation, technical innovation. Okay, there was a military exercise which was supposed to happen in Russia, which is called as Caucasus 2020 in the Astrakhan region south of Russia between 15 to 26 September. So, India has categorically denied that it will not participate in this multilateral military exercise because China and Pakistan are participating. And this was a message very clear to say that business cannot be usual when two countries are trying to do something else and having a normal relation. The Atal Tunnel, which is connecting Manali with Leh, will be inaugurated soon by the Prime Minister. This tunnel is constructed at an altitude of 10,000 feet, and it will reduce the distance between Manali to Leh by about 46 kilometers. So that will save lot of transportation time, the efforts which army convoys take to travel up and down, and it shall be covered in the bad weather also. The tunnel is likely to be constructed with an overlay of 3,500 crores. A new development, yesterday, day before yesterday, I made a video as to what are the chances or the military actions what India can think of in case the talks fail, not knowing that it will already start one of the actions as we had guessed in that video. The Chinese have carried out some provocative maneuvers in Ladakh on 29th and 30th, and as a result, the Indians took a very strong objections to it and have captured some important heights. And there are rumors that the Indian forces have also occupied some kind of a territory which we don't know. But if that is true, it is a change in our thought process at the top level. You should understand that India has never adopted this kind of a stance. So if that is true, which probably subsequently we'll know in our next video, if that is true, then it is a change in our political thinking. So it forms an important part in one of the question as to how the Indian politics, military and diplomatic thought process have changed post Galwan. This could be one of the question. This is a major development in the world that in the last time we spoke that Israel has come in talks with UAE and they are trying to normalize the situation. In this step, which was brokered by the US President Donald Trump, the first commercial flight between Israel and UAE has entered Saudi Arabian space en route to Abu Dhabi. So this though is a normal flight, but it gives out a very strong message to people that Israel is now being considered as a country. It is being recognized as a country by UAE. So UAE being a part of the one of the major pillars of the OIC countries. So it is going to change the dynamics of the Middle East and the West. Okay, ISRO and the France Space Agency CNES, they are in advanced talks to provide equipment to the Gaganyaan astronauts. We are already aware that Gaganyaan is planning to send astronauts into the space. So for that, the talks are already on, and if let's see if we are expecting an announcement to be made soon. The US, as I was talking earlier, is in complete support to the Taiwanese defense now, and they have been supporting Taiwan in all possible ways, in both diplomatically, militarily, and recently they have carried out a joint exercise with Taiwan. And now US has also said that China lacks combat compatibility for full assault on Taiwan, and also US has pledged that in case China carries out some kind of a misadventure on Taiwan, US will retaliate. This is the very latest update, gentlemen. This says that this is a situation update of Eastern Ladakh, which was posted on 31st by the Ministry of Defense. And if you say, it says that there has been some provocative military movements to change the status quo, and this action was carried out on the southern banks of Pangong Tso Lake, and the same was thought, and it says that Indian Army is committed to maintain peace and tranquility of this dialogue, and this has been confirmed also by the global news of China, which is now demanding that India moves back to its previous location and withdraw from that place. So, and much ahead, coming on to this thing, India says there is a news floating around that the Indian Army has probably occupied some strategic height near the Pangong Tso Lake on the southern banks. The Defense Ministry has signed about 2,580 crore deal for 6 Pinaka rocket regiments. This will be made by Bharat Earth Movers Limited (BEML). It's a government undertaking sector in collaboration with Tata Power Company Limited and L&T. So with this, the army will be equipped with 6 Pinaka rocket regiments. It will have about 114 launchers with automated guns and aiming position systems, along with 45 command posts and 330 vehicles. And it's likely to be operational by 2024. Again, something to do with Atmanirbhar Bharat in defense sector. Okay, US-Israeli delegation led by Trump's son-in-law lands in UAE. Again, diplomatic, I must say, historic diplomatic, or whatever you may call that. It's a certainly a world-changing time as far as the relations between the UAE and Israel is concerned. Well, with that, gentlemen, I finish off the current affairs updates for the month of August. On basis of what has happened in the August, I have just chalked out few questions which can be a part of the exam today, tomorrow, anytime. But what are the likely questions which can come for this month? It is the readers should have a knowledge of what is national education policy which has been introduced latest. How does it differ from the previous education policy, and will it be helpful for us? How are we competing with the Western education system? That is one. Next question is the Pak-Saudi OIC relationship. If you see, the relationship is going bad, and because of Pakistan's irresponsible statements and immaturity, but it is all working in favor to India. So what will be the effect of this spoiled relation of Pak-Saudi OIC relationship can be another question. Now there are reports that Pakistan is reluctant, or rather China is more reluctant to work or invest more in the CPEC. If it is true, what are the ramifications for Pakistan and what are the ramifications for India, and how does this help India? Next question can be how India misread the Chinese intentions prior to Galwan Valley, and what are the actions which are taken post the Galwan Valley. That question may figure out. Atmanirbhar in defense sector procurement, I feel this is an important topic because the amount of efforts what Indian government is taking is of some importance. Article 370, 1 year is up, so the question might figure out as to how the local scenario or has changed in the valley after the abrogation of Article 370. We should also know what is the Afghanistan peace agreement and role of India in it. Israel-UAE peace, which we just talked of, and how was it affecting Iran and Turkey, who are trying to become the heads of OIC. How is India colluding with its neighbor countries to strangle China? That is basically Japan, Australia, probably Sri Lanka, and the small countries like Taiwan and other things. Now there is something called as a China-Myanmar economic corridor, wherein China is trying to get into Myanmar and try to create a road network, something similar to CPEC, as now called as CMEC. It is basically aimed to use the Bay of Bengal area for its shipping lanes. So what is this project and how is it going to help is of some interest. We all use the Google navigation system, not Google navigation system. We all use the I'm not getting the word right now. The navigation system what we use is being replaced in China by their own navigation system, and it is called as Beidou, that is Beidou. And a question is likely that how will this new navigation system of China going to affect the world or itself? So this can be one of the system, one of the question. Yeah, GPS. How is the Beidou going to be a solution or an answer to the GPS of US? Next question can be the growing Chinese interference on Nepal's politics, land encroachment, and other thing. You can at one side the China says it is with Nepal, but at the other side there are about 7 districts where China has already occupied or encroached the Nepalese land, but the Oli government is keeping mum on it. What could be the reasons? What are the ramifications? Will there be some internal tussle? If yes, what it could be? These are some of the questions. The coming on to one question is that why is OIC or any Islamic country in this world silent on the Uyghur Muslim cases in China despite knowing so many atrocities being committed? What and why could be one of the must know or could know questions. The US has sold some F-35s to UAE. Now, if with this F-35s being sold outside UAE, it is going to change the military balance in the Middle East. So how is this military imbalance which has been created by sale of this F-35s to UAE going to affect the Middle East? In turn, how can India take advantage of this growing imbalance? That can be one of the question. And finally, when as far as SMT is concerned, these are, I have just listed out, these are some of the new technologies as far as the computers are concerned. So you should be aware as to what do you mean by artificial intelligence, what is blockchain, then how do you augmented reality with virtual reality, cognitive cloud computing, the Angular and React development, DevOps, and then Internet of Things. Then it is IApps, that is intelligent apps, big data, and robotic process automation, which is also called as RPA. Well, that's all, gentlemen, from my side for this August edition. And I do understand that I have to improve a lot as far as my commentary or the video standard is concerned. I will. This is probably my third video on the current affairs and SMT. Do give me some time, bear with me, but it doesn't matter if you don't like my way of talking, but at least take the points what I am giving. This could be used in some other place, maybe if not directly for you right now, probably they could be a base for your forthcoming examinations. Well, that's all, gentlemen. Do pass it on to people whom you know. Maybe somebody can get a little help out of it. That has been the aim. Thank you for subscribing to my channel and staying on with it. This kind of videos will be made every month. In case the data is more, then I'll break the video into 2, so that I do one in 15 days or I do one in 1 month. And in case some important topic comes out, then I'll probably cover that topic separately. That's all from my side, gentlemen. Thank you so much and take care. Bye bye.